The silver hairpin hit the bar with a sharp clink. Lily Morgan stared at it. Real silver. Worth more than she made in 3 months slinging whiskey at the Lucky Dollar Saloon. The man who'd placed it there watched her, with dark eyes that showed nothing. 1 year, Cole Hartwell said. Marry me for 1 year. When it's done, you walk away with $20,000 and a house in Denver. Anywhere but here. The saloon had gone quiet. Every drunken card player was listening now. Lily felt their eyes on her back like hot brands. This was Sage Valley's favorite show, watching Lily Morgan get what she deserved. Before we continue, if you are new on this channel, please click on the like and subscribe button. Comment where you are watching this story from. God bless you richly. Let's continue. Her hands were shaking. She hid them under the bar. Why me? Because you need money, and you won't expect love. Cole's voice was flat. Business. My grandfather's will says I inherit only if I'm married within 30 days of his death. He died 3 weeks ago. I need a wife who understands this is a contract. Nothing more. Lily knew Cole Hartwell. Everyone did. Richest rancher in 3 counties. Handsome enough that girls invented reasons to ride past his property. And engaged until 6 months ago to Victoria Brennan, the banker's perfect daughter. What happened to Victoria? Lily asked. Something flickered across Cole's face. She wanted a husband who'd love her. I'm not built for that. Honest, at least. Lily respected that more than pretty lies. She picked up the hairpin. It was cool and smooth, shaped like a small bird in flight. The kind of thing a respectable woman would wear. Lily hadn't been respectable in 2 years. Not since Pastor Mills's son told everyone she'd seduced him in the church basement. It was a lie. But his word against hers meant nothing. His family had money. Hers had debts and a father who drank himself to death rather than defend her. Now she served whiskey to men who propositioned her every night. Lived in a room above the saloon that smelled like cigar smoke and regret. Walked past women who pulled their children close when she approached, like sin was contagious. $20,000 could take her anywhere. Could make her anyone. People will talk, she said. They already talk about both of us. Cole pushed a paper across the bar. Contract simple. You live in my house. Attend social functions as my wife. Don't embarrass me. After 1 year, we divorce quietly. You get paid. No one needs to know the terms. Lily scanned the paper. Her reading wasn't great, but she understood enough. Cole had thought of everything. Separate bedrooms. No intimate obligations. Complete discretion. Your ex-fiancée won't make this easy, Lily said. Victoria's problem is Victoria's problem. Wrong answer. Lily had seen Victoria Brennan around town. That woman didn't lose gracefully, but that wasn't Lily's concern. She had her own survival to worry about. The saloon owner, Frank, appeared beside her. His face was red. You're not seriously considering this? I'll lose my best girl. I'm not your girl, Frank. I work for you. Lily met his eyes until he looked away. This was the thing about being ruined. You had nothing left to protect, no reputation to guard, no future to ruin. It made you dangerous in ways respectable people couldn't understand. She looked at Cole. Really looked. He wore expensive clothes, but they were dusty from riding. There were shadows under his eyes. Grief, maybe, or guilt. His grandfather had raised him after his parents died in a wagon accident. People said they'd been close. Why don't you just marry someone proper? She asked. There are plenty of girls who'd take you. I don't want proper. I want someone who won't fall in love with me and get hurt when I can't love them back. The words landed like stones. Cold, heavy, true. Lily had loved once. Tommy Fletcher. He'd promised her everything and delivered nothing except a ruined name when his family sent him east to college. Love was a luxury she couldn't afford anymore. She picked up Cole's pen. Her hand was steadier now. I want half the money up front, in an account only I can access. Done. And I want it in writing that if you break the contract early, I still get paid in full. Cole's mouth almost smiled. Almost. Smart. Agreed. Lily signed her name. The pen scratched against paper. The sound felt final, like a door closing, or maybe opening. Cole signed below her. Then he stood and held out his hand. Mrs. Hartwell. His hand was rough, calloused, a working man's hand despite his money. Lily shook it firmly. Around them, the saloon erupted in whispers. "We'll marry tomorrow at the courthouse," Cole said. "Pack whatever you want to bring. I'll send a wagon at noon." "That fast? The clock's ticking, and I don't believe in long engagements for business deals." He left without another word. The silver hairpin sat on the bar between them like a promise. Or a price. Frank whistled low. "You're making a mistake, girl." "Probably." Lily tucked the hairpin into her hair. It slid in smooth and secure, but it's my mistake to make. She went upstairs to pack. Her room was small, just a bed, a trunk, and a cracked mirror. Everything she owned fit in 2 bags. Wasn't that a depressing thought? Through the thin walls, she heard Frank telling the story already. Lily Morgan marrying Cole Hartwell, the saloon girl and the rancher. This would be the scandal of the year. Let them talk. She'd survived worse. But as she folded her 3 dresses, one for work, one for town, one for nothing special, her hands found the bottom of the trunk. There, wrapped in cloth, was the only thing she had left from before. A small photograph. Her mother, smiling. Dead 10 years now. "I'm getting out, Mama," Lily whispered. "Just like you always wanted." She packed the photograph last. Then she lay down on the lumpy mattress and waited for morning. Sleep didn't come. Her mind kept circling back to Cole's dark eyes. To the way he'd said, "I'm not built for that." Like love was a defect in other people. Like being empty was safer than being full. Maybe he was right. When dawn broke grey and cold over Sage Valley, Lily dressed in her best dress, the blue one, with only 2 patches. She braided her hair and secured it with the silver pin. It caught the light. The courthouse was small. Judge Taylor looked surprised when they walked in together, but he performed the ceremony without comment. Cole's hand was steady when he slipped a gold band on her finger. Lily's hand shook. "You may kiss the bride," Judge Taylor said. Cole looked at her. "Contract doesn't require it." "I know." But Lily stood on her toes and kissed his cheek anyway, just to prove she could, that she wasn't afraid. His skin was warm. He smelled like leather and pine soap. When she pulled back, something had changed in his eyes. Just for a second. Then it was gone. They signed the papers. Just like that, Lily Morgan became Lily Hartwell. The wagon ride to Cole's ranch was quiet. The road was dusty and the sun beat down hard. Lily's mouth was dry. She tried not to think about what came next. Cole's house appeared over a hill. It wasn't just a house, it was a mansion. 3 stories of white wood and wide porches, gardens, stables, a staff of people who'd all see her as the opportunist who'd trapped their boss. "Your housekeeper knows this is temporary?" Lily asked. "Rosa knows what she needs to know." The wagon stopped. A woman appeared on the porch. Rosa, presumably. She was older, Mexican, with sharp eyes that took Lily's measure in one glance. "Welcome, Senora Hartwell." Rosa's voice was polite. Nothing more. Lily stepped down from the wagon. Her legs felt weak. She'd made the deal, signed the contract. But standing here, in front of this massive house, she felt like a girl playing dress-up in someone else's life. Cole walked past her. "Rosa will show you to your room. Dinner is at 7. Wear something appropriate. We have a guest tonight." "Who?" He paused on the steps. "Victoria. She insists on welcoming you properly." The way he said properly made Lily's stomach drop. This was about to get very complicated. Victoria Brennan arrived at exactly 7 o'clock in a dress that cost more than Lily had ever earned in her life. "How charming," Victoria said, looking Lily up and down. Cole always did have a taste for projects. They stood in the entrance hall. Rosa had vanished the moment the doorbell rang. Cole was still upstairs changing. Lily was alone with the woman who had every right to hate her. "I'm not a project," Lily said. "No?" Victoria's smile was sharp. "Then what are you? Because we both know this marriage is about as real as Cole's smile." The words stung because they were true. But Lily had survived 2 years of insults. She wouldn't crumble now. "I'm his wife, legal and binding." For now. Victoria moved closer. She smelled like French perfume. Everything about her screamed money and breeding. But marriages end, don't they? And when this one does, you'll go back to serving drinks while I'll still be here, still part of this world, still in Cole's life. This is getting intense. Smash that like button if you want to see Lily put Victoria in her place. drop a comment with fire emojis, and let's keep going. Footsteps on the stairs. Cole appeared wearing a black suit that made him look like he'd stepped out of a catalogue. His eyes went to Victoria first. Something passed between them. Old history. Old wounds. "Victoria? You're early." "I couldn't wait to meet your bride." Victoria linked her arm through Cole's like she owned him. "We have so much to discuss." Dinner was torture. They ate at a table that could seat 20. Rosa served roasted chicken and potatoes that Lily barely tasted. Victoria talked the entire time about people Lily didn't know, places Lily had never been, memories she and Cole shared. "Remember the summer social 3 years ago?" Victoria laughed. "It sounded like breaking glass. Your grandfather told us we'd make beautiful children together." Cole's jaw tightened. "That was a long time ago." "Not that long." Victoria turned to Lily. "Did Cole tell you his grandfather adored me? Called me the daughter he never had. He was planning our wedding when he died. Such a tragedy." Lily set down her fork. The silver hairpin in her hair suddenly felt heavy. "I'm sorry for your loss." "Are you?" Victoria's eyes glittered. "Or are you just sorry you didn't get here in time to charm him too?" "That's enough." Cole's voice cut through the room like a blade. "Lily is my wife. You'll treat her with respect in this house." Victoria's face went pale, then red. "This house? This was supposed to be my house, Cole. We had plans, a future, and you threw it away because you're too broken to love anyone." The silence that followed was suffocating. Cole stood slowly. "I think you should leave." "Gladly." Victoria rose, her chair scraping back, but she stopped beside Lily, leaned down close. Whispered so only Lily could hear, "He'll destroy you, just like he destroyed me. And when he does, don't say I didn't warn you." Then she was gone. The front door slammed. The sound echoed through the big empty house. Lily and Cole sat in silence. Rosa appeared to clear the plates. Her face showed nothing. "I apologize," Cole said, finally. "That was inappropriate." "Was she right?" Lily asked. "About your grandfather planning your wedding?" Cole's hand tightened around his wineglass. "My grandfather had plans for everything. He didn't always ask what I wanted." "Did you love her?" "I tried." He met Lily's eyes. "That's the problem. I tried and failed. She deserved better." The honesty was worse than a lie would have been. Lily understood now why Cole had chosen her. She was safe because she was already broken, already discarded. He couldn't hurt what was already ruined. "I'm going to bed," Lily said. Her room was on the second floor. Enormous. The bed alone was bigger than her entire room at the saloon. There was a vanity, a wardrobe, windows that looked out over gardens she couldn't see in the dark. Lily sat on the bed. It was soft, too soft. She felt like she was sinking. A knock on the door. "Senora?" Rosa entered carrying folded linens. She moved efficiently, placing them in the wardrobe. But her eyes kept darting to Lily. "You can call me Lily." "That would not be proper, Senora." "Nothing about this situation is proper." Rosa paused, almost smiled. "No, I suppose not." "How long have you worked for, Cole?" 15 years, since he was a boy." Rosa smoothed the linens. "His grandfather hired me when I came north with my son, gave us a home when others would not." There was a story there. Lily heard it in the careful words. "Your son?" "Miguel. He is." Away. Rosa's face closed. "It is not important." But it was important. Lily could tell. Rosa was hiding something. The same way Lily had hidden things for years. "You recognized your own." "I won't betray your secrets," Lily said quietly. "I know what it's like to need them." Rosa looked at her sharply, then nodded once. "Senor Cole is a good man, but he is afraid." "Of what?" "Of becoming his father." Before Lily could ask what that meant, Rosa was gone. Lily undressed and climbed into the massive bed. The sheets smelled like lavender. She stared at the ceiling and tried not to think about Victoria's words, about Cole's confession, about the fact that she was now trapped in a mansion with a man who'd openly admitted he couldn't love. But she'd known that going in. This was business. 1 year. She could survive anything for 1 year. Sleep finally came, and with it, nightmares. Tommy Fletcher's face, the pastor's son lying about her, the women who'd spit at her feet. She woke gasping. her nightgown soaked with sweat. The house was silent, dark. Lily got up and walked to the window. The moon was full. It turned everything silver. Movement in the garden below. A figure in the shadows. Lily pressed closer to the glass. It was Cole. He was pacing, back and forth, like he couldn't stand to be still. What demons chased him at 3 a.m? The next week passed in a blur of awkward domesticity. Cole left early each morning to work the ranch. Lily wandered the massive house like a ghost. Rosa taught her where things were, the library, the sitting rooms. The kitchen Lily wasn't supposed to use because they had staff for that. "This is too much space for 2 people, Lily said one afternoon. "3 people, Rosa corrected. Senor Cole's grandfather lived here too until last month." The grandfather's room was at the end of the hall. The door was closed. Lily had walked past it a dozen times but never entered. "What was he like?" Lily asked. Rosa's face clouded. Powerful, determined. He loved Cole, but he did not always show it in ways that helped. And he really left everything to Cole? If Cole married, yes. Otherwise, it goes to distant cousins in California. The grandfather wanted to force Cole to settle down, to give up his wild ways. Rosa's mouth twitched. He did not know Cole would find a way to obey the letter of the will while ignoring its spirit. That night at dinner, Cole made an announcement. "There's a town social on Saturday. A fundraiser for the new church. We'll attend together." Lily's fork froze halfway to her mouth. "In town? Where everyone can see us?" "That's the point. We need to be seen as a legitimate couple. Otherwise, people will question the marriage. People are already questioning the marriage. Then we give them nothing to question." Cole's voice was firm. "You'll need a new dress. I've arranged for the seamstress to visit tomorrow." Anger flared in Lily's chest. "I don't need you to dress me. You need to look the part." "The part of what? Your bought and paid for wife?" Cole set down his knife. "The part of Mrs. Cole Hartwell. There's a difference." "Is there?" Lily stood. "Because from where I'm sitting, you paid for me the same way you'd pay for a horse or a piece of furniture. Something useful. Something that serves a purpose. That's not—" "Don't." Lily's voice shook. "Don't pretend this is anything other than what it is. You needed a wife. I needed money. We made a deal. But don't ask me to play dress up and smile while the same people who destroyed me get to judge whether I'm good enough for you." She left before he could respond, went to her room and slammed the door, pressed her back against it and tried to breathe. This was her pride again, the thing that always got her in trouble. Cole was right. They needed to maintain appearances, but the thought of walking into that town social, facing all those righteous faces, made her want to run. A soft knock. "Lily?" Cole's voice. Gentle. That was somehow worse. "Go away. I'm sorry." Pause. "You're right. I'm treating this like a business transaction. But you're not furniture. You're a person, and you deserve better." Lily opened the door. Cole stood in the hallway looking uncertain. It was the first time she'd seen him look anything other than controlled. "I don't know how to do this," he admitted. "The marriage thing, even the fake version, I'm going to mess it up." "We'll both mess it up." Lily crossed her arms. "But we have to try. We made a deal. For what it's worth, I don't care what those people think of you. I care what you think of yourself." The words hit unexpectedly hard. When was the last time anyone had said something like that to her? "I'll wear the dress," Lily said quietly. "But I'm not pretending to enjoy it." Cole's mouth quirked, almost a smile. "Fair enough." The seamstress came the next day. A kind woman named Mrs. Chen who spoke limited English but had magic in her hands. She measured Lily and showed her fabrics. Silks and satins Lily had only ever seen on rich women. "This one," Mrs. Chen said, holding up a deep green silk. "Good with your eyes." The dress took 3 days to make. When Lily tried it on, she barely recognized herself in the mirror. The girl looking back was elegant, refined, beautiful, even. "You look like a lady," Rosa said from the doorway. "I look like I'm wearing a costume." Sometimes, the costume becomes the truth. Saturday arrived too fast. The town social was held at the Granger's farm, the largest property after Cole's ranch. Lily rode beside Cole in his carriage, her hands twisted in her lap. The green dress rustled with every movement. The silver hairpin held her hair in an elaborate style Mrs. Chen had taught her. "Breathe," Cole said. "I am breathing. You're holding your breath." He was right. Lily forced herself to inhale. The evening air smelled like hay and horse manure. Familiar. Grounding. The Granger farm was lit with lanterns. Music drifted from a barn that had been cleared for dancing. People milled around tables loaded with food. Everyone looked up when Cole's carriage arrived. The whispers started immediately. Cole climbed down and offered his hand. Lily took it. Her legs were shaking, but she walked beside him with her head high. "Cole, so glad you could make it." Thomas Granger approached, a big man with a friendly face. "And this must be your bride. Congratulations to you both." "Thank you, Thomas." Cole's hand rested on Lily's back. Warm, steady. "Lily, this is Thomas Granger. He owns the property adjacent to ours. Pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Hartwell." Thomas shook her hand firmly. No judgment in his eyes, just curiosity. But others weren't so kind. Lily felt the stares, heard the whispers. Mrs. Patterson pulled her daughter away when Lily walked past. The banker's wife looked at her like she was diseased. And there, by the punch table, was Victoria, wearing pink, smiling like a cat. This was a mistake. Lily whispered to Cole. "No, this is necessary." His hand tightened on her back. "You belong here as much as anyone." Did she though? These people would never forget what she'd been, where she'd worked, the lies they believed about her. The music started, a lively reel. Couples began to dance. "Dance with me," Cole said. "I don't know how. Not like this." "I'll teach you." He led her to the floor before she could protest, took her hand, placed his other hand on her waist, and suddenly they were moving. Cole was a good dancer. He led firmly but gently. Lily stumbled at first but found the rhythm. The world blurred around them. For a moment, she forgot where she was, who was watching. "You're doing well," Cole said. "I'm faking it. So am I." Their eyes met. Something passed between them. Recognition, maybe. They were both pretending, both playing roles, both trying to survive in a world that didn't want them as they really were. The song ended. Applause rippled through the barn. Cole stepped back. But before Lily could catch her breath, Victoria appeared. "My turn," Victoria said sweetly. She looked at Lily. "You don't mind, do you? Cole and I always dance together at these things." What could Lily say? That yes? She minded? That would make her look jealous. Possessive. All the things she'd promised not to be. Of course not. Victoria pulled Cole onto the floor. They moved together like they'd done it 1,000 times. Because they had. They had history, shared memories, things Lily could never compete with. Not that she wanted to compete. This was business. Remember? Quite the show, isn't it? Lily turned. A man stood beside her, tall, handsome, dressed too well for a ranch social. There was something calculated in his smile. "I'm sorry?" Lily said. "James Hartwell." He extended his hand. Cole's cousin, from California. Lily's blood went cold. The cousin who'd inherit if Cole didn't marry. The one who stood to lose everything. "I didn't know you were in town," Lily managed. "Just arrived yesterday. Had to meet the woman who managed to do what Victoria couldn't get Cole to the altar." James's eyes were cold despite his smile. "Tell me, Mrs. Hartwell, how did you do it? What's your secret?" And Lily realized with sinking certainty that this man knew the truth, knew the marriage was fake, and he was going to use it to destroy everything. "There's no secret," Lily said carefully. "Cole and I fell in love. That's all." James laughed. It was a cold sound. Love. How romantic. And how convenient that this love appeared exactly when my dear cousin needed a wife to claim his inheritance. People were starting to notice them talking. Lily saw Mrs. Patterson lean toward another woman, whispering behind her fan. Victoria and Cole were still dancing, but Cole's eyes had found Lily across the room. He looked concerned. "If you have something to say it plainly," Lily told James. "I'm saying I know a business arrangement when I see one." James moved closer. His breath smelled like whiskey. "And I'm saying that if I can prove this marriage is fraudulent, every acre of land and every dollar goes to me. My lawyers are already reviewing the situation." Lily's heart hammered. "You can't prove anything." "Can't I? How long did you know Cole before the wedding? A week? 2? Where did you meet? How did he propose? James smiled. A real marriage has a story. Details. Witnesses. What do you have? The music ended. Cole was walking toward them, his face dark. James. Cole's voice could have frozen water. I didn't know you were coming. Surprise? James clapped Cole on the shoulder like they were friends. I came as soon as I heard about your wedding. Couldn't miss the chance to meet my new cousin. Lily, would you excuse us? Cole's jaw was tight. Actually, I'd like to hear this, Lily said. Her pride was screaming at her to stay, to not be dismissed like a child. Cole and James stared at each other. Years of bad blood in that look. Fine, Cole said. Let's talk outside. They walked away from the barn, away from the music and the lights, into the darkness where the horses were tied. Lily followed, her green dress dragging in the dirt. You have no claim to that ranch, Cole said. Grandfather left it to me. With conditions. Conditions you're barely meeting with this sham marriage. James lit a cigarette. The flame illuminated his face. He looked like Cole, but meaner, harder. I've been watching you both. You sleep in separate rooms. You barely speak. She doesn't know the first thing about running a ranch or being a rancher's wife. She's learning. She's playing a part, badly. James turned to Lily. No offense, Mrs. Hartwell. You're doing your best. But my cousin chose you precisely because you're not the kind of woman anyone would believe he'd actually marry. You were insurance, a way to technically obey the will while keeping his heart safe. The words cut deep because they were true. That was exactly why Cole had chosen her. Get to the point, Cole said. The point is, I'm contesting the will. I'll prove this marriage is fraudulent, and when I do, you'll lose everything Grandfather built. James smiled. Unless, of course, you want to make a deal. What kind of deal? Split it. Half for you, half for me. We both walk away rich. You can divorce your saloon girl and go back to your empty existence. I get what I deserve. Everyone wins. No. Cole's answer was immediate. The ranch stays whole. That's what Grandfather wanted. Grandfather wanted you to grow up, to actually commit to something, and you couldn't even do that. James dropped his cigarette and ground it under his heel. You have until the end of the month to prove this marriage is real. After that, my lawyers file, and they will bury you. He walked away, left them standing in the darkness. Lily's hands were shaking. Can he actually do that? Contest the will? If he proves the marriage is fraudulent, yes. Cole ran a hand through his hair. We need to be more convincing. Live like a real married couple. We have separate rooms, separate lives. That has to change. The implications settled over Lily like a heavy coat. What are you saying? I'm saying we need to share a bedroom, or at least make it look like we do. We need to be seen together more. Act like we're in love. Give people a story they'll believe. This just got real. Hit that like button if you're invested. Comment Team Lily if you think she should protect herself, or Team Cole if you think they should fight together. Keep going. I can't. Lily stopped. What was she going to say? That she couldn't pretend to love him? That playing house was more dangerous than sleeping in separate rooms? That her pride wouldn't allow it? But pride didn't pay bills. Pride didn't get her to Denver with $20,000. Fine, she said. We'll be more convincing. They rode home in silence. The night air was cold now. Lily hugged herself, wishing she'd brought a shawl. Cole noticed and shrugged off his jacket, draping it over her shoulders. It was warm from his body, smelled like him. Thank you, Lily said quietly. I'm sorry I brought you into this mess. I brought myself into it. For the money, remember? Still, James is vicious. He'll dig into your past, use it against us. Lily laughed bitterly. My past is already public knowledge. There's nothing left to dig up. At the house, Rosa was waiting. She took one look at their faces and disappeared to make tea. They sat in the parlor. The fire was dying. Shadows danced on the walls. Tell me about your cousin, Lily said. Why does he hate you? Cole stared into the flames. James and I grew up together. His parents died when he was young, same as mine. Grandfather took us both in, raised us like brothers. But James was always jealous. Always felt like he deserved more. When Grandfather left everything to me, it confirmed what James always believed, that I was the favorite, the chosen one. Were you? Maybe. I don't know. Grandfather was hard on both of us, but he was harder on James, said he was too soft, too emotional. Cole's voice went quiet. He drove James away, sent him to California, and now James is back for revenge. What about your father? What did Rosa mean when she said you're afraid of becoming him? Cole's face closed. That's not relevant. It is if it explains why you can't let anyone close. My father was a drunk and a gambler. The words came out flat, dead. He lost every cent of my grandfather's money on cards and whiskey, left my mother destitute. She died trying to hold things together while he destroyed himself. I was 5 when they both died in a wagon accident, drunk driving, killed them both, and nearly killed me. Lily's chest tightened. I'm sorry. Don't be. It taught me a valuable lesson. Passion destroys. Love destroys. The only safe thing is control. That's not true. Isn't it? Look at Victoria. I tried to love her, tried to be what she needed, and I failed. Hurt her worse than if I'd never tried at all. You're not your father, Cole. How do you know? He finally looked at her. You've known me 2 weeks. You don't know what I'm capable of. I know you hired Rosa when others wouldn't. I know you honored your grandfather's wishes even though you could have fought the will. I know you chose me because you didn't want to hurt someone who still had hope. Lily leaned forward. Those aren't the actions of a destroyer. Something shifted in Cole's expression, softened. You're too generous. No, I just recognize someone who's been told they're worthless so many times they started to believe it. Their eyes met, held. The air between them felt charged, dangerous. Rosa appeared with tea. The moment broke. It's late, Cole said, standing. We should sleep. Tomorrow we start acting like a real couple. Lily went to her room, but sleep wouldn't come. She kept thinking about James's threat, about the end of the month deadline, about what would happen if they failed. She'd lose the money, the house in Denver, the future she'd been counting on. And Cole would lose his grandfather's ranch, everything he'd ever known. Around midnight, Lily heard footsteps in the hallway, then voices, angry whispers. She crept to her door and opened it a crack. Cole and Rosa stood at the end of the hall. Rosa was crying. He can't come here, Cole said. If James finds out, he'll use it against us. But Miguel has nowhere else to go. They're hunting deserters. If they catch him, I know. But Rosa, you're asking me to harbor a deserter. That's a federal crime. You said you would protect us. When you hired me, you promised. And I will. But not here. Not now. Not with James watching everything I do. Rosa's face crumpled. Then I will leave. Take Miguel and go. No, you'll stay. We'll find another solution. What solution? You care more about your inheritance than about the people who have served you faithfully for 15 years. That's not fair. Isn't it? You hide from love, from connection, from anything real. And now, when we need you most, you choose money over family. Rosa walked away. Her door slammed. Cole stood alone in the hallway. His shoulders were slumped, defeated. Lily stepped out. What's happening with Miguel? Cole spun around. How much did you hear? Enough. He deserted the army? He's 17. They conscripted him for the Indian Wars 6 months ago. He saw terrible things, couldn't take it anymore, so he ran. Cole's voice was tight. Rosa's been hiding him in a line shack on the back 40, but James has been riding the property. It's only a matter of time before he finds Miguel and uses it to destroy us. So, help them. Hide him properly. It's not that simple. If I'm caught harboring a deserter while James is contesting the will, it gives him ammunition, proves I'm unfit to inherit. He could take everything, and if you don't help them, you lose who you are. Lily crossed her arms. Isn't that worse than losing money? You don't understand. This ranch is all I have, all I am. No. It's all you're letting yourself be. Cole's eyes flashed with anger. Don't lecture me about identity. You sold yourself into a fake marriage for cash. At least I'm trying to preserve something real. The words hit like a slap. Lily stepped back. You're right. I did, because I had no other choice. But you? You have choices. And you're choosing the same thing you always choose. Safety, control, emptiness. Better empty than destroyed. Is it? Lily's voice shook. Because from where I'm standing, you're already destroyed. You just haven't admitted it yet." She went back to her room, slammed the door, pressed her hands against it, and tried not to cry. Because the worst part was she understood him, understood the fear of letting anyone close, of risking everything on something as unpredictable as love, or trust, or hope. She'd done the same thing, chosen safety in a contract over risk in something real. Maybe they deserved each other after all. The next morning, Rosa was gone. Lily found the note on the kitchen table. Simple, direct. "I cannot work for a man who will not protect those who serve him. Goodbye." Cole read it standing by the window. His face was stone. "She's made her choice," he said, "and you made yours." Lily poured coffee with shaking hands. "What now?" "Now we convince everyone we're madly in love. Starting today, we're going to church." Church, where everyone would see them, where the whole town would whisper and judge. Lily wore her green dress again. Cole wore his Sunday suit. They rode to town in the carriage, sitting close enough to look like a couple, far enough apart to not touch. The church was packed. Every head turned when they walked in. Lily felt the weight of those stares, the judgment, the curiosity. They sat in the Hartwell family pew, front row, center, where everyone could see them. Pastor Mills stood at the pulpit, the same man whose son had ruined Lily's life. His eyes found her, and something flickered there. Surprise, displeasure. "Welcome," he said. His voice carried through the church. "We have some newlyweds with us today. Let us pray for the Hartwells, that their marriage will be blessed and fruitful." The prayers felt like accusations. After the service, people clustered around them. Some were genuine. Most were nosy. Victoria stood with a group of women near the door, watching with cold eyes. "Mrs. Hartwell," Pastor Mills approached. "I must say I was surprised to hear about your marriage." "Were you?" Lily kept her voice even. "Cole Hartwell is a man of standing in this community. His choice of bride is unexpected." "You mean because I worked at a saloon?" "I mean because your past is well known." The pastor's smile didn't reach his eyes. "But perhaps marriage will reform you. God works in mysterious ways." Cole's hand found Lily's back, protective. "My wife's past is none of your concern, Pastor. She's a Hartwell now." Of course. But Pastor Mills's eyes said differently. They escaped to the carriage. Lily's hands were shaking again. The silver hairpin in her hair felt like it was burning. "That was humiliating," she said. "You handled it well. I handled it like a trained dog performing tricks." Cole started the horses. "Welcome to my world. Performance is everything here." They rode in silence. The countryside rolled past, green and gold in the late summer sun, beautiful and hollow. "I have an idea," Lily said suddenly, "about Rosa and Miguel." "I'm listening. What if we help them anyway? What if that's how we prove this marriage is real? By doing something that costs us, something that shows we're a real partnership. James will use it against us. Maybe. Or maybe it shows that we're a real family, that we take care of our own. Isn't that what marriage is supposed to be?" Cole was quiet for a long time. Then, "You'd risk everything for a woman you barely know?" "I'd risk everything for what's right. Wouldn't you?" More silence. Then Cole turned the carriage, not toward home, toward the back 40 where the line shacks were. They found Rosa there. She was packing Miguel's things. The boy himself sat on a cot, young, scared. His hands were bandaged. "Senor Cole," Rosa said, surprised, wary. "You're coming back to the main house," Cole said. "Both of you. We'll hide Miguel properly, in the attic. James won't find him there." Rosa's eyes filled with tears. "But the risk is mine to take. Your family, Rosa. I should have said that from the beginning." Miguel stood. "Sir, I don't want to cause trouble. I can leave. Go north to Canada. You're 17. You'll die trying." Cole's voice softened. "Stay. Heal. When it's safe, we'll get you to Canada properly. But until then, you're under my protection." Rosa grabbed Lily's hands. Thank you. But Lily was looking at Cole, at the way his face had changed, the way he'd chosen people over property, connection over control. Maybe there was hope for him after all. They brought Rosa and Miguel back to the house, hid Miguel in the attic with food and water and blankets. Rosa went back to work in the kitchen, tears still streaming down her face. That night at dinner, it was just Cole and Lily again. But something had changed between them. "That was a good thing you did," Lily said. "We'll see if it destroys us." Even if it does, it was still good. Cole looked at her across the table. Really looked. "You're different than I expected." "So are you." "How so?" "You actually have a heart. You just work very hard to pretend you don't." Cole's mouth quirked, almost a smile. "Careful, Lily. You're starting to sound like you might actually care." "Maybe I do. A little." The words hung between them. Dangerous. True. Outside, a horse rode up fast, hooves thundering, someone banging on the door. Rosa answered. Voices. Urgent. Scared. Then Rosa appeared in the doorway, her face white. "Senor Cole, it's Thomas Granger. His daughter Emma is missing. They've searched for hours. They need help." Cole was already standing. "Get the men together. Tell them to bring lanterns and horses." "I'm coming too," Lily said. "It's dark. Dangerous." "I'm coming." Cole looked at her, nodded. "Get your warmest coat." They rode out into the night. A dozen men from neighboring ranches, lanterns bobbing like fireflies, calling Emma's name into the darkness. Emma was 8 years old. She'd wandered away from home that afternoon and hadn't been found. The search went on for hours. Lily's throat was raw from calling. Her hands were numb from the cold. Then she heard it. A small voice. Crying. "Here!" Lily shouted. "She's here!" Emma was in a ravine. She'd fallen and couldn't climb out. Her leg was twisted at a bad angle. Cole climbed down, lifted the girl gently, brought her up to safety. Thomas Granger was sobbing with relief. "Thank you. Thank you both." They rode back as dawn broke. Emma was safe. Scared, but safe. Lily and Cole stumbled into the house as the sun rose. Exhausted, filthy, but alive with something new. "Coffee?" Rosa asked. "Please," they said in unison. They sat in the kitchen, drinking coffee, watching the sunrise through the window. "We make a good team," Cole said quietly. "We do. Maybe this doesn't have to be completely fake." Lily's heart stuttered. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying maybe we could try. To be friends at least. To actually be partners in this." "Friends," Lily tested the word. It felt safer than what she was actually starting to feel. "Is that so terrible?" "No. It's just dangerous." "Why?" "Because I'm starting to care. Because you're starting to matter. Because this was supposed to be business, and it's becoming something else." But Lily didn't say any of that. Instead, she said, "Because friends trust each other, and trust is risky, so is being alone." Their eyes met, held, and for the first time since this whole thing started, Lily wondered if maybe, just maybe, there was something real growing between them after all. The month deadline was 3 days away. Lily stood in front of Cole's grandfather's bedroom door. She'd walked past it every day for 4 weeks, never entered. But today felt different. She turned the handle. The door creaked open. The room was exactly as the old man had left it. Bed made with military precision. Books stacked on the nightstand. A photograph on the dresser, a young couple with a baby. Cole's parents, probably. Lily moved deeper into the room. Dust motes danced in the sunlight. Everything smelled old, closed up, like secrets. On the desk sat a leather journal. Lily picked it up. The pages were filled with neat handwriting. She flipped to the last entry. "Cole will hate me for this, Will. But I cannot let him waste his life hiding from love like I did after Margaret died. He thinks control keeps him safe. It only keeps him alone. Perhaps a wife, any wife, will force him to finally live." Lily's throat tightened. The old man had known Cole was broken and had tried to fix it the only way he could think of, by forcing him to let someone in, even if that someone was a saloon girl he'd paid to play the part. "What are you doing in here?" Lily spun. Cole stood in the doorway. His face was unreadable. "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have." "It's fine." He stepped inside, looked around like he was seeing ghosts. "I haven't been in here since he died." "Why not?" "Because this room is full of everything he wanted me to be, and I can't face that right now." Lily held out the journal. "He loved you, even when he pushed you." Cole took it. Read the passage. Something cracked in his expression. "He died thinking I was a coward." He died hoping you'd become brave. Same thing? No, it's not. Lily moved closer. He gave you a chance, Cole. A way to inherit the ranch and learn to trust someone at the same time. Maybe he knew you'd never do it on your own, so he manipulated me into a fake marriage? He gave you a reason to try. Cole sat on the bed. The journal hung loose in his hands. I was with him when he died. He was in so much pain at the end. Couldn't breathe, couldn't speak, but he grabbed my hand and held on like he was trying to tell me something. I thought it was about the ranch, about preserving his legacy. What if it was about you? About not ending up alone like he did? Then I've already failed him. Lily sat beside Cole. Their shoulders touched. The month isn't over yet. Drop a like if you're feeling the emotions right now. Comment with a heart if you think these two deserve a real chance. Let's finish this story strong. Cole turned to look at her. They were so close. Lily could see gold flecks in his dark eyes, could smell the soap he used, could feel the warmth of his body. I need to tell you something, Cole said, about James, about why he really wants this ranch. I'm listening. My grandfather didn't die of natural causes. The words came out heavy. Final. He was poisoned. Lily's blood went cold. What? The doctor said it was heart failure, but I found arsenic in the house, hidden in grandfather's medicine cabinet. Someone had been giving it to him slowly, over months. Who? I don't know, but James arrived in town 2 months before grandfather died. He was visiting, staying in this house, had access to everything. You think your cousin murdered your grandfather? I think someone did, and James is the one who benefits if I lose the inheritance. Cole's jaw was tight, but I have no proof, just suspicion. And arsenic. Have you told the sheriff? With what evidence? A bottle of arsenic that could have been in the house for years. The doctor already ruled it natural causes. If I accuse James now, he'll say I'm trying to discredit him to protect my inheritance. It'll make me look desperate. Lily stood, paced. Her mind was racing. So, James might be a murderer, and we're letting him walk around free, threatening us. We're surviving, until I can prove it. And if you can't, then I lose the ranch, and a killer goes free. Cole's voice cracked. I can't let that happen, Lily. Grandfather deserves justice. Then we find proof. Lily stopped pacing, looked at Cole. We have 3 days. We use them. How? James is staying at the hotel in town, right? Someone there might have seen something, heard something, and there's the doctor. We could talk to him again, ask questions. He won't tell us anything. Patient confidentiality. Maybe. But people talk when they don't think anyone's listening. Lily felt her old saloon instincts kicking in. I know how to get information, how to make people feel comfortable enough to share secrets. Cole looked at her with new respect. You'd do that? Risk confronting James? I'd do it for justice, and I'd do it for you. The words settled between them, heavier than she'd meant them to be. Cole stood, moved toward her, stopped inches away. Lily, this marriage, this whole arrangement, it's become… A crash downstairs, shouting, Rosa's voice, high and panicked. They ran. In the front hall, James stood with 2 men in uniform, army officers. Rosa was blocking the staircase to the attic. Her face was pale but determined. Search the house, James said. I have reliable information that a deserter is being harbored here. You can't do this, Cole said. This is my property. These officers have authority, and I have evidence. James smiled. It was vicious. Someone's been buying extra food, leaving lanterns burning in empty rooms. The signs are all there if you know where to look. The officers moved past Rosa, started searching. Where's the attic access? One of them asked. Rosa looked at Cole, terrified. Cole made a decision. There's no deserter here. James is lying to discredit me before the will hearing. Then you won't mind us looking? The officer's voice was flat, professional. They found the attic ladder, climbed up. Lily held her breath. Got him! One of the officers shouted. Miguel Rosa, deserter from the 7th Cavalry. No. No. Miguel was dragged down. His face was bruised. His hands were shaking. Rosa collapsed, sobbing. No, please, he's just a boy. Rosa grabbed at the officers. They pushed her aside. Take him, the officer said. He'll face court-martial. Wait. Lily stepped forward. Every instinct screamed at her to stay quiet, to stay safe. But she couldn't watch this happen. I'm the one who hid him, not Cole. I found Miguel in town and brought him here. Cole didn't know. Everyone stared at her. That's a lie, Cole said. I knew. I authorized it. No, Lily's voice was firm. I did it behind your back. To help Rosa. My husband had no knowledge. That's not. It's true. Lily looked at the officers. Arrest me if you want. But Cole is innocent. James laughed. How noble. The saloon girl playing martyr. But it doesn't matter who hid him. Harboring a deserter is a crime, and it proves this marriage is a sham. Two people who barely know each other, making impulsive decisions. No real partnership. We know each other, Cole said. His voice was steel. We know each other better than you'll ever understand. Prove it. James crossed his arms. Tell me one thing about your wife that you couldn't have learned from town gossip. Cole looked at Lily. Time seemed to slow. She talks in her sleep, Cole said quietly. She calls for her mother, says she's sorry she couldn't save her, that she tried but wasn't strong enough. Lily's breath caught. How did he know that? She takes her coffee with too much sugar because her father used to say it was wasteful, Cole continued. So now she does it anyway because he can't tell her no. She's afraid of thunderstorms but won't admit it. Stands by the window during them like she's daring the lightning to strike her. Every word was true. Things Lily had never told him. Things he'd noticed anyway. She reads the same 3 books over and over because they're the only ones she has. She counts money when she's nervous. Touches that silver hairpin like it's a talisman. Cole's voice softened. And she thinks she doesn't deserve to be loved because people told her she was worthless. But she's wrong. She deserves everything. Silence. Even James looked uncertain. Those are things a husband knows, Cole said. Because I pay attention. Because she matters. Because this marriage is real. The officer looked between them. We're still taking the deserter, but the harboring charge, I'll leave that to the sheriff. Seems like a domestic matter. They took Miguel. His eyes were wide with terror. Rosa tried to follow, but Lily held her back. We'll get him a lawyer, Lily whispered. We'll fix this. But she didn't know if they could. James watched them with cold satisfaction. 3 days until the hearing, cousin. 3 days until I prove this marriage is fraudulent and take what's mine. And now you've given me all the ammunition I need. A deserter in your house. A wife who acts without consulting you. This isn't a marriage. It's a disaster. He left. The officers left. The house was silent, except for Rosa's crying. Cole went to Rosa, knelt beside her. We'll fight this, I promise. My boy, my baby. Rosa couldn't stop shaking. Lily felt sick. They'd tried to do the right thing and it had exploded in their faces. Miguel would face court-martial, possibly execution. And James had exactly what he needed to destroy them. That night, Lily couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about Cole's words, the things he'd noticed, the way he'd defended her. Had he meant them? Or was it just a performance for the officers? A knock on her door. Lily, can I come in? She opened it. Cole stood there in shirt sleeves, hair messed up, looking more human than she'd ever seen him. How did you know those things about me? She asked. I watch you. I can't help it. He stepped inside, closed the door. You think I don't care, but I notice everything. The way you touch your mother's photograph when you think no one's looking. The way you flinch when people raise their voices. The way you're terrified but you never back down. That was quite a speech you gave. It was the truth. Was it? Lily's heart was pounding. Or were you just saying what needed to be said? Cole moved closer. Do you really think I'm that good a liar? I don't know what you are anymore. I'm scared, Cole said simply. I'm scared of losing the ranch. Scared of losing this case. Scared of… He stopped. Of what? Of this? Of you? Of how real this has become when it was supposed to stay fake? Lily's breath caught. Cole. I know this wasn't the deal. But somewhere between the contract and now, things changed. You changed them. You made me want… He ran a hand through his hair, frustrated. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to let someone in without destroying them. You're not your father. How can you be sure? Because your father ran from his problems. You face them. Because you notice when people are hurting and you try to help even when it costs you. Because you're standing here admitting you're scared instead of pretending to be invincible." Cole laughed shakily. "Some hero I am. I don't need a hero. I need a partner. Someone who sees me as I am and doesn't run." "I see you." Cole's voice dropped. "I see you, Lily, and I'm not running." The space between them felt electric. Dangerous. Like standing on the edge of a cliff. "If we do this," Lily said carefully, "if we make this real, there's no going back. No clean ending. No walking away with $20,000 and a fresh start. I know. You could still lose everything. The ranch, the money, all of it. I know that too. Then why? Because losing you feels worse." The words hit Lily like a physical blow. She'd spent 2 years believing no one would ever choose her, that she was too damaged, too ruined, too much. And here was Cole Hartwell, choosing her anyway. "I'm afraid," she whispered. "Me too. What if we destroy each other? What if we don't?" Lily looked at him. Really looked. Saw the fear, the hope, the fragile possibility of something real. She stepped forward, kissed him. It wasn't like the performative kiss at their wedding. This was real, desperate, full of all the things they couldn't say out loud. Cole's hands found her waist, pulled her closer. The kiss deepened. Lily felt like she was falling and flying at the same time. When they finally broke apart, they were both breathing hard. "What now?" Lily asked. "Now we fight. For Miguel. For the ranch. For us." Cole rested his forehead against hers. Together. Together. The hearing was in 2 days. They spent every minute preparing, talking to lawyers, gathering evidence, building their case. The town doctor finally agreed to speak with them privately. He was an old man, tired, guilty. "There were signs," he admitted, "symptoms consistent with arsenic poisoning, but James Hartwell paid me to rule it natural causes, said it would save the family from scandal. He bribed you to hide murder," Cole said. "I didn't know for certain it was murder, and I needed the money. My practice is failing." The doctor looked ashamed. "But I'll testify now, if it helps." It was something. Not enough to prove James killed the old man, but enough to raise questions. They also found a witness, a hotel maid who'd seen James buying rat poison 2 months before the grandfather's death. "For his room," she said. Said there were mice. The pieces were coming together, slowly, fragfully. The morning of the hearing, Lily woke early. She dressed carefully in the green dress, pinned her hair with the silver bird. It felt different now. Not a payment, a promise. Cole met her downstairs. He wore his best suit, looked every inch the rancher his grandfather had wanted him to be. "Ready?" he asked. "As I'll ever be." They rode to town together. The courthouse was packed. Everyone wanted to see the showdown. Lily saw Victoria in the crowd, Pastor Mills, Thomas Granger and his daughter Emma, the girl they'd saved, all watching. James sat at the front with his lawyers. He looked confident, smug. The judge entered, Judge Taylor, the same man who'd married them. "This hearing will determine the validity of Cole Hartwell's marriage to Lily Morgan Hartwell," Judge Taylor said, "and therefore his right to inherit under his grandfather's will. James Hartwell is contesting. We'll hear evidence from both sides." James's lawyer went first, presented their case. The marriage was sudden, suspicious, between two people with no history. Lily's reputation was questionable. Cole had never shown interest in marriage before. And then there was the deserter incident, proof they made impulsive decisions without consulting each other. "This is not a marriage," the lawyer concluded. "This is a business arrangement, a fraud designed to circumvent the intent of the will." Cole's lawyer presented their defense, witnesses who'd seen them together, the doctor's testimony about the old man's death, raising questions about James's motives, the hotel maid's statement about the rat poison. But the strongest testimony came from Thomas Granger. "Cole and Lily rode out in the middle of the night to find my Emma," Thomas said. "They searched for hours, risked their own safety, and when they found her, they worked together like a real partnership. That's not acting, that's genuine care." Rosa testified next. "I have worked for the Hartwell family for 15 years. I have seen Cole with many women, but never has he looked at anyone the way he looks at Senora Lily, like she is the air he breathes. Then it was Cole's turn. He stood, looked directly at the judge. "I didn't marry Lily because I loved her. I married her because I needed a wife. That's true. But somewhere in the past month, everything changed. She saw through my walls, called me on my fear, made me want to be better than I am." Cole turned, found Lily's eyes across the courtroom. "I'm not good at this. At feelings. At letting people in. My father taught me that love destroys. So I built walls, kept everyone at a distance, even Victoria, who deserved so much better." Victoria's face in the crowd showed surprise, pain, understanding. "But Lily didn't let me hide," Cole continued. "She pushed, she challenged, she made me face the truth that being alone isn't safe. It's just lonely, and I don't want to be lonely anymore." He pulled something from his pocket. A folded paper. "This is the original contract Lily and I signed. The one that outlined our fake marriage. $20,000 for 1 year of pretending." Gasps through the courtroom. James smiled triumphantly. "I'm tearing it up." Cole ripped the contract in half, then in quarters. "Let the pieces fall. Because this isn't about money or inheritance anymore. It's about choosing love over fear, choosing partnership over isolation, choosing Lily because she makes me want to be the man my grandfather hoped I'd become." Silence. Complete. Breathless. Then Lily stood. "I need to say something too." She walked to the front, stood beside Cole, took his hand. "I married Cole for money," she said clearly. "I won't lie about that. I was desperate, alone, ruined in this town's eyes, and he offered me a way out, a future. I took it." She squeezed Cole's hand. "But I stayed for love. Real love. The kind that sees all your broken pieces and doesn't run. The kind that makes you braver than you thought possible. The kind that's worth fighting for." Lily turned to the judge. "Our marriage might have started as a contract, but it became real. And if you declare it fraudulent, you're not just taking away Cole's inheritance. You're taking away our future, our choice to build something honest from something broken." Judge Taylor looked at them, then at James, then at the torn contract on the floor. "I'll make my ruling tomorrow," he said. "This court is adjourned." They walked out into the sunlight. The crowd parted. Some looked sympathetic, some looked scandalized. Lily didn't care. Cole pulled her aside, away from the whispers. "Did you mean it? What you said in there?" "Every word." "Did you?" "Every word." They kissed in front of the whole town. Let them see. Let them talk. Let them know this was real. That night, they didn't sleep in separate rooms. They lay together in Cole's bed. Not making love, not yet, just holding each other, talking, sharing the secrets they'd kept locked away. "My father died drunk," Lily told him. "But before that, he was kind. He used to call me his little bird. Said I'd fly away someday and see the whole world." "The hairpin," Cole said, understanding. "That's why I chose it. It reminded me of you, already trying to fly." "What about your father? What was he like before the drinking?" "I don't remember much, but my mother loved him. Even when he was destroying everything, she loved him. I used to think that made her weak. Now I think it made her brave." "Love is brave," Lily agreed. "Terrifying too. The best things usually are." They fell asleep tangled together. For the first time in years, neither of them had nightmares. The next day, they returned to the courthouse. The whole town was there again. Rosa sat with them now. Even Miguel's lawyer had come. They'd managed to get him released pending trial, arguing he'd been coerced. Judge Taylor entered. His face gave nothing away. "I've reviewed the evidence," he said. Both sides presented compelling arguments, but ultimately this case comes down to one question. Is the marriage between Cole and Lily Hartwell genuine? He paused. Lily's heart hammered. "Marriage is more than a legal contract," Judge Taylor continued. "It's a commitment, a partnership, a choice to build a life together through good times and bad. I've seen many marriages in my years on this bench. Some started with love and ended in bitterness. Others started with convenience and grew into something real." He looked at Cole and Lily. "What matters is not how a marriage begins. It's how the partners choose each other every day after." Another pause. "I find that the marriage between Cole and Lily Hartwell is valid and genuine. Cole Hartwell inherits under his grandfather's will. James Hartwell's contest is denied. The courtroom erupted. James's face went purple with rage. Victoria actually smiled, at Lily across the room. Furthermore, Judge Taylor raised his voice over the noise. "I'm ordering an investigation into the death of Howard Hartwell, based on the evidence presented. If foul play is discovered, charges will be filed accordingly." James stood. "You can't." "I can and I have. This hearing is adjourned." Cole grabbed Lily, spun her around, kissed her so hard she saw stars. "We did it," he whispered against her mouth. "We actually did it. We did." Outside, people clustered around them. Thomas Granger shook Cole's hand. Rosa hugged Lily and cried happy tears. Even some of the women who'd shunned Lily offered cautious congratulations. Victoria approached last. Lily tensed, but Victoria just extended her hand. "I was wrong about you," Victoria said quietly. "You're exactly what he needed. Someone strong enough to break through." "I'm sorry," Lily said, "for how this happened." "Don't be. He would have destroyed me eventually. But you? You might just save him." Victoria smiled. Genuine this time. "Be happy, Lily. You've earned it." She walked away. Lily watched her go, feeling the weight of that forgiveness. 3 months later, Miguel's court-martial ended in a discharge with honor after his lawyer argued coercion and PTSD from what he'd witnessed in the war. He went to live in Denver, where Lily had bought a house not for herself, but for him and Rosa to start fresh. The investigation into Howard Hartwell's death led to James's arrest. They found evidence of arsenic purchases, witness testimony, a journal where James had outlined his plans. He'd faced trial for murder, and Lily and Cole, they stayed at the ranch, turned it into something new, opened the stables to troubled youth who needed a place to land, hired people the town had discarded, former saloon workers, widows, anyone who needed a second chance. On their first anniversary, Cole gave Lily a gift, a set of books, 20 of them, all different. "So you have more than 3 to read," he said. Lily cried, then laughed, then kissed him. "I have a gift for you too." She handed him a small box. Inside was a photograph, new, recently taken. Cole and Lily on the porch, Rosa and Miguel beside them, smiling, a family. "We're building something real," Lily said. "From all our broken pieces. It's better than anything I could have planned," Cole agreed. That night, they sat on the porch as the sun set. The silver hairpin was in Lily's hair. The photograph sat on the mantel inside. The ranch stretched out around them, theirs now, fully and completely. "Do you ever miss it?" Cole asked. "Your plan to go to Denver? Start over?" "This is starting over." Lily took his hand. "This is better than I imagined. Even with all the complications, the town gossip, the hard work, especially with those things, they make it real." Cole pulled her close. "I love you, Lily Hartwell. I love you too." They sat together in the fading light, 2 broken people who'd built something whole, a contract that became a promise, a business deal that became a love story. And in the house behind them, Rosa was cooking dinner. Miguel was reading in his room, healing. The ranch was thriving. The future stretched out bright and uncertain and beautiful. Not a perfect ending, but an honest one, the kind that lasts. The end. If this story touched your heart, show some love. Hit that like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite moment, and share this with someone who loves a good romance. Thanks for listening to the end. You're amazing. Until next time.